Okay, today should be a pretty good day. Nice review of something that is highly anticipated in the training aid golf department. You already know what it is, but let's roll the intro. All right, we have the Tour Striker PlaneMate. Let's dig in. So as always, I will leave links in the description below for everything. And thanks for watching, by the way. If you want to improve your golf game, if you want a good instruction and drills without getting too technical, this is the spot for you. And if you want to know about great products, honest reviews, then click that subscribe button and hit the bell notification so you don't miss anything. As you see, we have what I consider one of the most anticipated new products to hit the market in a long time in the training aid department. Okay, so here's what comes in your box. All this stuff. Now, the directions, you could pretty much throw those away because they don't help you that much, to be honest with you. You'll figure it out. It's not that difficult. But this video and other videos you'll see on the internet will get you a little bit further along than the directions. But you get this belt, okay? Nice, awesome boxing style championship belt that you'll have, okay? It's kind of what I feel like I'm, I don't know, Manny Pacquiao or something. Got my belt, or whoever's got a belt, whatever. And then you get 3 bands, okay? 2 greens and a red. The green, you got this green short band, and this is for your wedge, your shorter shots, okay? Or for the beginning part, when you first get it, you want to use this guy, wedge shots, okay? The long green guy is for full swing, okay? 7-iron, driver, whatever. The red, same length as the green, the long green, it's thicker, more resistance, and it's for resistance training feeling, so it's a lot harder to stretch out. You can hit balls with it, but it's not necessarily recommended. It's going to be a lot harder, okay? So that's this, and then on each of the bands, you have 2 clips. A smaller clip and a larger clip. The larger clip goes on here, the belt piece, I believe, because this one doesn't really fit on there very well. I don't know why they didn't make both of them large clips just to make it easy so you don't try to fumble around getting the little guy on this piece, because the big piece clips on there. They could have made this a big piece too, but what you do is that clips on your belt, and then you have this piece, this goes on your club, and the little piece goes on there. You know, but the big piece could also go on there. So why didn't you just make them the same? I don't know. Make it easy on people, but they made a little and a big side. And then this piece here, okay? This obviously goes on your club. For the wedges, you're gonna wanna put it just a little bit below the grip. And then this little piece just fastens it down, okay? And then the piece here would go facing that way, okay? So you're hitting this way, this piece goes towards the back of the club, just so you know it sets on like that. That's how you want that guy to be on there, and then this clips on here. Just tight, and then you're pretty much good to go. You got to put the belt on, but we'll get there in a sec. On the longer clubs, this would go lower, more toward. That's why you need the longer clip for that. But you would find the balance point of the club. Okay, it's way down there. This is a wedge, so it's not for, you know, it's not for the wedges. The shorter band is, because you want this a lot higher. But let's say you've got a 7-iron. There's your balance point. So with a fuller swing, you want to put that closer to that balance point, the center point of the club, which would be right around there. And then you would fasten this on about that location, and it has a large and a small side there. You know, just goes on your shaft. Same with your driver. You would want that around the balance point of that driver, which would be around here. You put it on. Okay, here's this. Here's the belt, and you're going to want this kind of piece here to be around the middle of your center, your belly button-ish. Okay, wrap that around. Okay, and you just strap it down, or this one of these right there, okay? Because you want this on the side mostly, and this hangs down more on your hips. You don't want to look like a clown. This isn't how it works, okay? And this is too low. You want it riding on your waist, just around your hips. Boom. And Velcro that puppy down like that. And dude, this will fit pretty much anybody on the planet. Okay, so here's the plan. This is what I want to know about all training aids. How do they work before, during, and after? Here's what this is supposed to do. It really helps you from flipping those hands and opening that club. Like, you can't do that. Also, it's supposed to help you shallow the club out on the downswing right in here, because it's pulling you down a bit. And it's supposed to help you on the follow through, not flip. You flip too much, that band is going to jump over to the other side. You don't want that. You want to kind of stay in here. So it's going to help you rotate to be able to fix that issue. So those are the really three things. And you know, it's going to do a few other little things too along the way, but those are the main things that I'm looking for. Mainly, I'm looking for those specifically in my longer clubs. Here's what happens. Like when I'm not careful and I get loose, this driver goes here. Nobody does that. So I can get really wild and crazy if I'm off. If my timing's on, no problem. If I keep my swing short, it's great. But if I start getting under pressure, a little tight, that's when things really go south for me. So I want something that I can train this move. That's a lot of exaggeration there, but that's where I want to go. And it's hard. It's hard to change that. So this, for me, got me really excited because I think it's going to help me, get that worked out of my swing. Okay, I know a lot of talking, but this is kind of important because we want to be able to kind of get an understanding of what we're looking for before we just start whacking away at the thing. So we've got to have some clear vision. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my swing with my wedge, my 7-iron, and my driver before PlaneMate, then during PlaneMate, and then after PlaneMate. We're going to slow it down. We're going to stop it. We're going to look at it as we go. I'm going to compare each club before, during, and after with each other. So let's start before, then we'll put it on. We'll go PlaneMate, and then we'll do an after each time we use that particular club and see what happens in my swing. So the goal here is to keep some tension on this the whole time. As you go back, you don't want it to get loose right in here. That's no good. Tension here, up, and then relax it, let it come down, rotate through, and you don't want this coming through. You don't want that. You want to keep that square through, and so this band stays on your right arm if you're right-handed. Right through there. This would be like, that's no good there. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do after, slow it down, and take a good look at it. I want to know, did it change my swing and help my swing for the better? So let's go analyze my swing right now. So what I did was I took my swings, slowed them down, and brought them into my swing analyzer and looked at each one of them individually before, during, and after, so I can get a good comparison of what was going on. As you can see here in this early position on my takeaway with my wedge, it's hard to tell the difference. So what I did was I wanted to look at it with my driver, because this is where we see the most change. And in this early position, you can really see a big difference from the before and after swings. I took it a little bit inside early on, and then on the after swing, you can see a much more straight down the line, which is a better, more consistent position on the takeaway. Here at the top, you can really see a huge change from before and after. The before swing, I'm way across the line, which is kind of my major swing flaw and something I have to deal with all the time. Using the PlaneMate, I would say this is as perfect a position as I can be in and would be ideal for teaching and training. So that's something that I would say it really was a huge game changer for me while using the PlaneMate. And after, what it did was it really shortened my swing and put me in a much better position. Not perfect, but I think using the PlaneMate will eventually get me in a much better position here at the top. Coming into impact, this is where I was most excited for me. Before, you can see I'm pretty steep, I'm pulling down with my hands, and there's a lot of angle, wrist angle and shaft angle from my wrists and my club, and then I have to kind of rescue my swing in order to make good impact. Using the PlaneMate, I'm in a perfect, nice, shallow attacking position, which I would say is something that you want to be in. And then after, surprisingly, it's very similar to using the PlaneMate. So this was exciting to see just pre-impact how much of a difference this made just after a few minutes using the PlaneMate. So then for me, using the PlaneMate before, during, and after really made a big difference, and the feelings were amazing. I really liked what I saw for me. But I didn't want to stop there, so what I did was I took the PlaneMate and put it on one of my students, and I wanted to see how he performed while using the PlaneMate and if it really helped his swing at all. So he put it on, gave it a few swings, and surprisingly with his driver, he typically plays a little fade, and for the first time he was playing a nice tight draw, and in his own words, got some of the best results he's ever had. 229 carry?
No way.
Yeah.
You think?
Is that good?
It's the farthest I've ever carried it.
Uphill with the range ball. Okay, so my conclusion on the PlaneMate by Tour Striker. Here's the deal. If you're one of those golfers that really wants to know what it feels like to be in what they call technically perfect positions, this will get you there for sure. Does it translate into your full swing? Yes and no. It's going to take some time to do that, and you're going to have to continually work on it. Is it going to make you a better golfer? For some, yes. For some, probably not. It could mess you up because you're just not used to and playing like, from those positions. But for me and the issues that I want to work on, I like it. I'll be honest with you. This, in my opinion, will be the #1 swing aid of the year. Probably next year, this year, I don't know. But it's going to be the #1 selling swing training aid in golf very soon. That's my prediction. I really like it. And so if you're in the market for something, I mean, it's thumbs up from me. I really, really dug it, put it on my student, performed well for him. And so I would say if you're a coach, a teacher, you definitely need one of these to incorporate into your bag of tricks. You're gonna need it. But if you're just a regular guy, girl, you wanna work on your swing and you are looking for something like this, for sure. It's a little expensive. I'll leave a link below for the product, but I do think it's worth it if you're somebody who likes this kind of stuff, obviously. It's not a gimmick by any stretch of the imagination. It's a legit training aid. Leave your comments below. I wanna know what you guys are thinking of this. Hit that thumbs up. Love you. See you in the next video.